This is not the internet. This is the metaverse. Hello, pioneers. This week we're going to take a look at two of the announcements from the PyCore team regarding the open network partnerships and the Pi Influencer program. Right now, I've been saying all year that I think it's probably unlikely that we see open mainnet this year, even though I'm optimistic for it. But I think with these two announcements, we can see that we're well on track to actually see it this year. So this is even more optimism. We've also had the release of testnet 2 yesterday. You can see that on the Pi Block Explorer. So this is all really good things. So let's take a look at the OpenNet partnerships. All right, so some of the things we can take from the blog post are some updates on the numbers, right? So the local commerce utility here, it says that it's available in 155 countries, right? So we can see that's very widespread. App level utility, we're still seeing it's over 70 Pi apps, so not really any big update there, but it's still a good number. In these four criteria here, you can see in the KYC verified users, right, we're now at 14 plus million, right? So this is well on track to hit our 15 million KYC number, right? So this is all great news. All right, now when we go down in the blog post, right, we can see these different categories that people, PyCore teams looking for partnerships on, right? And this is a really great list because it gives you really good direction of what the future of the Pi blockchain is going to be like, and it's very in line with what we've been saying all this time. Right, so let's take a look at anchors, right? And if we take this first one, right, now I always like to look at Stellar, right? Stellar's our cousin, I like to call them, and they've got a lot of projects out there that we can take a look at and pretty well see what connections that Pi will have as well. Right, so on the Stellar network, they actually have a full page describing anchors, right? So this gives us a great idea of what anchors are, right? And this is bringing real world into the blockchain world, right? So that's what anchoring is, right? So when you look at this, there's it's talking about being a bridge, right, and doing banks, crypto exchanges, and money transfer operations, right? Because Stellar's a bit more on the finance side and the forex. That's what they're going to be doing mostly, and CBDCs as well, right? So if we take a more look at this, we've got these types of anchors, right? So we'll take a bit more look at these. Now, a long time ago, I did this post when the UNHCR program was announced through Stellar, right, for the Ukraine, right? So if we take a look at this, we've got Stellar Aid Assist, right? So this is taking the funds from UNHCR into the Ukraine, right? And this is pretty well an UBI. So it starts with UNHCR, they provide the funds, and these are provided as USDC through Circle, right? So we've got stablecoin there. This is provided on a layer 1 blockchain, which is Stellar. And then they use a wallet in the Ukraine, right, which is a Vibrant wallet, right? This is a Stellar wallet. So people can access the crypto through that. And then the on-off ramp is through MoneyGram, right? So you can see already, just by taking a look at the anchors in the Stellar ecosystem, we've ticked off a lot of things here already. Exchanges, right? These are pretty standard. We've got centralized exchanges, right? So we know that Stellar's already available on many of these. We've got the Pi IOUs on quite a lot of exchanges already, right? Giving us a rough price. I think the latest price I saw was $45, so it's quite high. We've also got decentralized exchanges, which is really what Stellar's known for, which is the peer-to-peer transactions. Right, so we've got that. I also did a proof of concept before, I called PyX, right, doing a similar thing for NFTs, but also trades and all that sort of thing. Anything that exchanges normally do, and once we get tokens as well, this will handle tokens, right? So we're just really waiting for this functionality to come. Right? It's already available in the Stellar ecosystem. Also got swaps, Stella's got Lumen Swap, there's a few others, and automated market makers, right, through like Aquarius, right? So you can see we're ticking off a lot of items here already just by looking at the anchors. Issuers, right, so tokenizing this real world value. This is what I always talk about, real world assets. This is going to be driving the next bull market. Tokenized real estate, right? So, and what we can do here, so you got the partnerships already, right, with Franklin Templeton, Wisdom Tree, Circle, ABN AMRO. I'm sure there's plenty of others, right? But Stellar's doing a lot of the onboarding of the fiat currencies. And the Forex market. So what these anchors are providing, right, is a asset representation and also a thing with fractional ownership, right? So with the fractional ownership, things like real estate, fine art, supply chains, loyalty programs and all that, you don't actually have to buy 100% of an item anymore, right? You can buy into fractional ownership, right? This is where tokenization is very, very important. So, and this comes in the form of merchant stores as well, so we can tick off another one there. And obviously the big merchant store we're hoping for is Amazon, right? That'd be a great thing that we can get a connection to. Also, I'm back with Brainstorm, right, the very first hackathon. I did the Maroon Lounge, right, because I thought this, bringing on real world assets would be obviously an obvious thing that we'd want to bring on, right, through tokenization. And so I did another proof of concept here. Again, I'm still waiting for NFT functionality and tokenization and all that, so so we can develop this more. Interoperable anchors, right? So this is bridging services. Okay, so I've shown before back with the release of Protocol 19 and now Protocol 20. Stellar announced Starbridge and Spacewalk, and there's also one on Flare that they use as well. But you can see how they're doing the bridging, right? And the bridging is for this $6.6 trillion of Forex, right? And that's what Stellar's going to be bringing on. So you can see how huge and how important Stellar is to the ecosystem. I also did a little thing here. I thought, well, obviously they probably want to bridge over to Pi as well, right? So, I did this little thing I called Pipeline. I thought it was a cool name for it. So this is inevitable, I think. Now, one of the applications or the ecosystem apps on Stellar is ZK Cross, right? And I reached out to them, and I actually had a video call with them last night. They're based in Dubai, right? And we had a good 30-minute discussion and all that. And I told them how I wanted to be the one to introduce them to the PyCore team, right? So we had a great discussion. They're really keen on Pi Network. Obviously, since we're a fork of Stellar, this is a very seamless integration for them, so they're very excited about that. They're very happy about a $6 million Pioneer community, and so yeah, they're totally on board. So I'm going to be, I'm just going to wait for a few details from them, like email contacts and stuff like that, and yeah, that'll be my contribution to introducing ZK Cross, their team, to the PyCore team. Right, so that's excellent news. They do full-on bridging throughout like all different ecosystems. You can see a lot of blockchains there and all that. They've received funding in the form of grants from Stellar, but they've also received I won't say the numbers because I'm not sure if they want to share them or anything like that, but they got a sizable investment from Stellar as well. Right, which I think was equating to 50% of what they were looking for Series A funding. So that's really, really great. So look forward to those guys. So that that's that ticks off our bridge portion, right? So this is like I say, just by looking at the anchors, we're ticking off a lot of things here, So you can see how many things we've ticked off, and a few of these other things. I mean, Web 2, Web 3 apps, that can be pretty well anything, can't they? So a lot of stuff is yet to come as well. And this leads to the influencer portion, right, which is the Pi influencer program, right? So we'll take a look at that next. So the Pi influencer program was something I really wasn't expecting, and but certainly very well welcome. And I really look forward to hopefully getting accepted and working with core team to promote Pi more. So if we take a look in here and we go into our browser, click on our profiles. Right, so go to profile settings. Now originally when you go in here you used to look like this, right? And if you went into account information, then we had all our socials here, but we weren't able to fill them out yet. But now when you go in there, it looks like this, right? So you've got all these apply buttons, right? So let's have a look at one and go through the process. So in case you're not sure and you want to apply for this yourself. So look at the Twitter, right? So you click on apply, you get this screen up, you type in your handle, your number of followers. Obviously, if you've got a high following, this is going to help your application. And I've got 28,000 on Twitter, so that should be very, very good. When we click verify, right, we come to here. Now they're asking you to do a Twitter post, right? And you have to put in this, join me on mindpi.com, right? So this is the Twitter post that I did, right? So you can see here, you can do anything, you can do any graphic you want, and as long as you've got this text, right? I've seen some people do different variations of this. I've seen other people do like YouTube ones they haven't done correctly. So it's very important to do it correctly. Make sure you got the join me on MyPi, right? My handle's jingjo, so I've got that there. Because obviously the AI will be searching for this, right, as an initial improvement. This is just to make sure that you own the account, right? So then you come back here, right? You copy the URL of the post, right? Post it in here, click your tick mark, and submit your application. And bang, congratulations, you're done, right? So it's not a very difficult process. Like I said, it's a few different ways to make sure you do it correctly. Obviously, Twitter posts are pretty simple. I've seen people on YouTube, though, actually make a video, right, with this thing, and I'm pretty sure that's not what they're looking for. There's actually a YouTube post you can do, right? So I've done that YouTube post, and you can see here once you've done everything, then everything sits in pending, right? So, and I've got YouTube as well, right? I was hoping that, because I was waiting for a little while to let things settle and, hopefully get approved in this time, but at this date I still haven't been approved. I've seen other people being rejected already, right? So I don't know if this has got to do with follower counts or anything like that, or, how active you are in the community. But I have seen some people get rejected already. So that's it for the video, right? So like I said, these partnership programs and influencer programs, really, really welcome things, and it really gives me a lot of optimism for Open Mainnet at the end of this year. I'm still reaching out to a lot of other companies. What I'm finding though is people aren't even reading their emails, and and I'm not really getting many replies on their Twitter accounts. So but I'll keep on reaching out. I've been mostly focusing on the Stellar programs, right? Because obviously, it's very easy for them if they're coding on Stellar, because we're a fork of Stellar. It's very, very easy to code and partner up with Pi Network as well, right? So that's it for the video. I know we've got in a few hours' time, we've got the HBO special airing, which I don't know if they've claimed it, but the speculation is that they're going to say who Satoshi is. I know in the Pi community, we all think it's Nicholas, and so it's going to be interesting to see if he actually even gets a mention, or even a possibility, right? So that's something to look forward to, and that's it for the video. I'll catch you later.